How you doing?
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Moneyman. And I've got Zels with me. We're doing a show for SA Rugby.
Good to be here, Kev.
Magazine, and we're going to talk about the British and Irish Lions. It's been a hell of a week. You know?
It has.
You know, I'm sick of all the people telling me how great you are.
What?
Because
I told my mom to stop calling you, Kev.
But I like her voice, you know. I had my car stolen. Ozzy Osbourne died. Hulk Hogan died. What else could go wrong? I'm old enough to know that it can't get to say the phrase, it can't get any worse, because I've seen it get worse, you know?
Isn't it like 3 strikes? So that's 2.
Yeah, I remember we were driving home once with my financial director, and he was like, geez, man, it can't get any worse. And I just looked at him and said, it can and it will.
Yeah.
You know?
And then Hulk Hogan bit the dust. Shame.
You know, it's
what
been
a legend.
Tough week. Deep respects to Hulk Hogan. I remember taking my younger brother, who's not so young anymore, to that. What did they call those?
WrestleMania.
The first or second WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And the people in tears. You know, when he got put down by the Ultimate Warrior.
Wait, I had that stuff on friggin' VHS tape. I used to love that as a kid.
Yeah, that was at the Sky Dome in Toronto.
Right.
Yeah.
Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah, that probably would have been around
80.
No, 94.
Oh, no. So the one I'm talking about is late 80s. WrestleMania, probably maybe WrestleMania 2 or something. I don't know.
This would have been 92.
Okay.
Around 92. Okay. Anyway, enough
Buffalo
of that.
Bills were the AFC champions that year, if I remember correctly.
That's
enough.
Yeah, and lost every Super Bowl they played in. Jim Kelly's legacy. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Lions. And I think the 4 things to focus on today would be the motivation, the dead rubber aspect of a 2-0 series, playing a third, you know. Some people are like, why bother? I'm one of them.
Right.
The controversy in terms of Jack Morgan's clear-out, and the mentality that pervades into the players in a series that you've already won.
Well, I like the way you've laid it out, Kev.
Thanks, I try and lay it out well.
Where do you want me to start? What do
like-
you want to talk about?
Well, let's chat about the motivation, because on the points, it's 44.5. That's the points, but that's the over-under. I think it seems a bit low, because I think that there will be a bit more reckless abandon. And
I would think so.
And you know, the weather, I'm not going to be a weather pundit. I'm going to get the weather on the day.
Yeah.
Because last week it was
we were expecting like
86%.
Perfect storm.
Yeah. And then there wasn't a drop of rain.
Nothing happened.
Yeah,
the cloud heaters didn't come through, mate.
No. It's like, so I lost that bet. And you know me, but I don't lose many bets.
You don't.
No.
You don't.
So there was 52 points scored instead of going the under, and we lost. And you know what? Do you know what I say about that? Who cares? Anyway.
Okay.
So motivation. Who has the motivation in this game?
Maybe we should start with Jack Morgan, because that kind of feeds into the motivation.
Let's start with controversy.
Let's do the controversy.
Was it?
No.
See, I'm Welsh, so whatever I say, people are just going to say, yeah, whatever. You're Welsh and you're there. I thought that it was a perfect. You couldn't get any better of a clean out than that, you know. But then they go on about what the RWC says about player welfare and, you know, look after the players. I mean, what stage do we turn this game into touch?
Well, I think the first thing that, Kev, without getting into a deep conversation about it, is what are the consequences of this highly lethal game of rugby? Where are all the dead bodies? Where are all the thousands and thousands of rugby players that have been incapacitated by this game from head injuries? I can show you lots from knee injuries, back injuries, neck injuries, all sorts of other stuff. But this obsession with the concussion, which is a nice injury if you're trying to drum it up, because you can't see it, right? You're going to fail tests. Like they're talking now about, the guy's mouth guard registered volcanic.
They all have these measurements in their mouth guard.
They've had guys taken off a field because the guy's mouth guard reacted in the change rooms before the game. Yeah. It's all smoke and mirrors. So
Yeah, there's no technology that.
You look at the heavy hitters from yesteryear, they're all walking around perfectly fine. And if we switch to combat sports, the Hall of Fame in the MMA, those guys are in their 50s, some of them in their 60s. They've been taking punches to the head their entire career. They're fine.
Yeah,
So,
I wouldn't dabble in wrestling though.
yeah, right.
I mean, those guys are just steroid monsters.
Sure.
You know.
So the point I'm trying to make is that until somebody can prove to me that rugby has a serious concussion crisis, and I don't mean people are getting concussed. What I mean is until somebody can prove to me that concussions are leading to massive rates, excessive rates of incapacitation and death in rugby, the whole safety debate for me is null and void.
Yeah, and as an oldie, it's part and parcel of the game. You play the game, and there's some consequences to it.
Sure.
You know what you sign up for.
Right.
So all these guys, like, they're putting lawsuits together and all this stuff.
It's never going to happen, though. We've been hearing about it for 20 years. Where's the court case? When is it happening?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. Well,
you know what I mean? It's the sort of Damocles. It never seems to fall.
The legal process does tend to move not so quickly.
This is true.
You know?
But anyway, getting back to the rugby side of it. So that's a clean out, right?
I thought it was a clean out. I thought that the try should have stood.
Totally.
And it was unfortunate. But you could see that Australia were creaking, you know? You almost pulled it off.
I called 29-26 on the other show.
Yeah.
Just didn't go the right way.
The Keo Zal show.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Fantastic.
Really?
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
For some reason, people like it.
I'll do something about that.
Got to rub your hands together when you say that.
So the controversy is, I don't think it was controversial.
Agreed.
Joe Smith's come out and he said it is.
The law says you're not supposed to have your shoulders below your hips when you are trying to steal the ball at the breakdown, which is exactly what was the case with Carlo Tizzano. So, potato. I don't know. How deep do you want to go?
Isn't that the funny thing about rugby, Bud, is that
correct?
One referee will look at it this way, another referee will look at it that way. Correct. And that's always been my bugbear about rugby, is the interpretation. And
that's why the solution is in fewer laws, less complication, so there's less interpretation.
Look, I still believe we should go to the clean out. You're on the wrong side of the ruck, get a slipper to the stomach. You'll get out of there quick enough.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, they're all professional players. None of them go for the head.
That's a great debate.
You know,
spot on. Anyway,
anyway,
I don't think it was controversial. I think it was legal, so I'm good on the controversy.
Okay, so then we have... Would you consider this a dead rubber?
No. Okay, so...
Why?
It doesn't matter that I don't think it's a controversy. Everybody thinks it's controversial what happened. And the Lions, if they don't win this last test, are going to go home with a little asterisk in the mind of a lot of rugby people. Like, sure, you won the test, but if that decision had been different, Australia wins the test because they won the third test, and then they would have won the second test.
Exactly. And can I flip the coin on you?
Flip it.
Now, if I'm Australia, I'm so motivated to win this game, yeah? You know? They have more to play for, and I look at it and they say, okay, you know what? We must win this test so that we say we won the series by a bad call.
Correct.
That's their entire motivation.
Spot on.
Yeah? So then we get down to the motivation. Which team is more motivated? And I'll tell you why I think Australia is more motivated. Simply because they have more to play for. I was in Ellis Park in '97 when the Boks ran out victors against the British and Irish Lions, but the team had checked out. I mean, the British and Irish Lions checked out of Game 3. They'd already won the series. It was such a huge momentous thing, and that's the only thing that I'm a bit worried about, because this isn't huge or momentous. Australia are shit. Make no mistake. The one thing that this tour has done for me is give me some perspective into the Australian side, and some perspective with New Zealand and France into their sides. You know, the team that I fear the most in the world right now, and we play them in autumn or winter, whatever is France. You know, it's for France have got a good team.
And depth.
And put up a good performance against the All Blacks. The All Blacks tight 5. They don't scare me. There's nothing I've seen from Australia that would scare me, you know. So
I agree with you. I think Australia are definitely the more motivated team.
Yeah.
Say what you like. Everybody in that Lions team that's playing this weekend was celebrating 6 days ago and celebrating properly.
Yeah, and it depends on I don't know. Andy Farrell seems to be a bit... I don't know what he's like as a manager, because tours are tours, you know. Guys go out, they do their
No, they
things.
would have enjoyed themselves for sure.
I would imagine that Delalio in '97 probably had a
Probably
few,
probably redlined it a bit.
probably redlined it.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever they did, but I mean they were out seen partying and various other things, and it's
Yeah.
tough to get up for a game when your mind is
On the
a
way
plane on a plane on the way home.
Yeah.
So the mentality, and that's what I'm saying here in this, is that Australia will be focused. They will say we've got to win this test, have to. You know, for a team to get up and win a third test, you've seen it so often in cricket, in rugby, that the mindset of the players, you can talk all you want all week about 3-0, and we got to do this and that, but when you've checked out, you've checked out.
Totally.
It's
a game of small margins, and if you're 10% off,
it is a biological science.
Yeah.
That you something switches, and you know you're looking at the rest of your career, the rest of the season, all this other stuff, and you just don't go into the collisions the way you normally
the
do.
same energy, edge.
I think. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
Yeah. So you calling the Wallabies to win this?
I am calling the Wallabies at 3.25 to win this game for 1,000 rand.
What? I've been calling the Wallabies the whole time. I said they'd win the series. They've
I
lost the
always said
first
to
two.
you. I always said to you, I said that I did say the British and Irish Lions would win 3-0, but I wouldn't be comfortable with game 3 because people that check out, dead rubbers, whatever you want to call it, but with that controversy that came into game 2, there just seems to be more motivation from Australia to win it. I don't think Australia has a good team, but I don't think the British and Irish Lions are that good.
So I'm agreeing with you that Australia has more motivation, but I'm not sure I think they're going to win it. I mean, maybe I'm going to do the absolute inverted trifecta here and get this completely wrong. I think Australia doesn't win on the weekend, but I think they're good for the handicap. I think they can cover the spread.
The spread's 7.5. Yeah, I like I am going to throw the dice. I said this year with my fund that it's going to be. I'm not going to stick to. I'm going to be a little bit more out there. You know, it's still up. The fund's still up. Soccer season hasn't started. It's a pretty quiet time for soccer and to be putting out content. You know, what do you want me to talk about? Women's netball.
Is there any other
Women's
kind?
World Cup soccer? Oh my God, well done England. Who cares?
Right.
I don't watch that stuff, you know, unless I've got a betting angle on it. And
So you got a betting angle in this game, and you saying Australia to win 3 point what?
3.25.
Okay, so what are you putting down on this, Kev?
No, 3.75.
Sure, that's big money.
So I'm just going to put down 1,000 rand, and I think that the Wallabies can surprise the Lions. Fading Lions, because what I've seen with the Lions is they come on and on in these games that they you know. So I think that I do, but I just see an upset.
You got a hunch.
Got a hunch.
Okay, I like that. Well, I'm going to back them on the spread.
Well, you know what? I'm going to back them on the spread too. I'm going to put 2,000
Yeah, I think
on
that's
the
a good
spread
call.
to win back 1,800.
Yep.
3,800, and I'm going to put 1,000 on an outright
Nice insurance.
Australian win.
Beautiful.
That is my
I
take.
like it. Great calls.
Yeah.
Great tips.
Tell us what like and subscribe. Tell us what you think. Tell me how full of shit I am, and tell me how wonderful Zellum is. I'm happy to hear that all the time. And thanks for watching the show, guys.
Nice, Kev.
Cheers.